Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Yeah. Answer that phone because I fucking called it. Oh, you don't know what I'm referring to? Let's just roll that beautiful bean footage.
Danny, I think we all know the answer. Toriyama's gonna do the right thing
No!
like he should have done years ago,
No!
and he's gonna make Broly canon like God intended.
That's right, I called it all the way back then. And you're probably thinking, Zeon, you were clearly joking. You didn't mean what you said there. You were just joking around. That's just a coincidence. And you're half right. I was making a joke there. But at the same time, I saw the trajectory that this franchise was on. I saw the course it was going to take. Like, Dragon Ball is no longer Toriyama's passion project where it's one man sitting at his table just letting his imagination just go and be unrestrained and just crafting narratives. No, this is now Dragon Ball by committee. This is now Dragon Ball as crafted by the marketing team. And then the marketing team can just take these little ideas and farm them out to Toriyama for some vague outlines of some storylines, so that way they can put across whatever the hell they're producing now from the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. Because we care so much about what Toriyama's name means. You know, like, oh, it has Toriyama's name on it, Toriyama did this, so clearly this is gonna be a good thing. And for anyone expecting one of those good old-fashioned Zeon rants, well, tough shit, because I'm not angry. I can't be angry. Like, I saw this. Like I said, it was written in the stars, it was in the Book of Rage, it was foretold in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I, the prophet of this fandom, had told the masses, and like any great prophet in history, I was ignored and laughed at. But now everybody sees that I was right from the very beginning. I saw what was going to happen, where this shit was going, and I can't be more smug about it. Now people are coming to this video for two reasons, I would assume. One is the good old-fashioned Zeon rant, you're not getting it, sorry. The other one being, what's my opinions on the whole Broly announcement? Like I said, I saw it coming. Do I think this movie is going to be good? Have I thought anything from modern Dragon Ball was going to be good? Not really. I do think it's going to be gorgeous, though. Like everything I have seen, production-wise, just makes me think this is going to be the best-looking Dragon Ball movie ever. Which is nice, because I remember whenever Battle of Gods and Fukatsu no F came out, I was like, anyone else think these movies kind of look like shit? And I got fucking torn apart by the fandom. Oh, you're just being a hater. These movies look great. These are the best Dragon Ball Z movies ever. Fuck you, they look amazing. And I'm like, did anyone else, like, even see movie 13? Like, that movie 13 was fucking gorgeous. You know, The Path to Ultimate Power, fucking gorgeous. Fucking movie 12, fucking gorgeous. Bio Broly's goddamn dog shit. It still looks a hell of a lot better than Battle of Gods. Just saying. And no, that wasn't a pun. But yeah, like, everything looks gorgeous. I think this movie is going to be gorgeous. As far as the story goes, I have had zero faith in it. Because the idea of dredging up Frieza again, oh, we're gonna go into the Saiyan lore and all this bullshit, like, I don't fucking care. And every time I feel like Toriyama goes back to explore shit, he just makes it worse and less interesting than what my imagination could have fucking come up with. So just leave it. You don't need to explain it. Stop telling me shit. And then there's just Broly himself. Broly is a boring dog shit fucking character. Yeah, I know, everybody fucking loves Broly because he's such a badass, bro. He's fucking boring. His entire character is, he's fucking insane because a baby Goku cried. That's his character, in case you forgot. The majority of his spoken dialogue throughout the franchise is Kakarot! That's it. That's his character. Yeah, he speaks a bit more, in the first Broly film, But, like, he speaks like a goddamn pro wrestler. He just talks a bunch of shit. You know, he just cuts promos and beats the shit out of guys. That's not an interesting character. He's just basically, I'm badass, I'm gonna kill you. Me Broly. Oh yeah, great fucking character. Top-notch writing, 10 out of 10. Now I am aware about Toriyama's statements on the whole Broly thing and how this is going to be his take on Broly. A brand new, like, reinvented Broly for this current continuity of Dragon Ball. And first off, I like to say I fucking adore this man's public statement on it because it's so Toriyama, where he's just like, hey guys, do you know about Broly? He's apparently this really strong Saiyan, and I guess he's really popular? I don't fucking know, because I don't actually pay attention to this franchise. Also, people keep telling me I designed this guy. I guess I did. Fuck if I remember. But I went back and watched those Broly movies, and I'm gonna reincorporate them, because that's what the fans want, because that's what I'm about now. Modern day Toriyama just wants to please the fans, and not just craft stories anymore. Not a rant. I'm not angry. Just disappointed. Just shut up. But yeah, so Toriyama has gone back and rewatched the old Broly films. God, I feel sorry for him. Those movies are pretty fucking terrible. But anyhow, he went back and he rewatched those movies, and he's crafting his whole new take on Broly. And I imagine, like, you know, what this new take is really going to consist of is, you know, probably taking out, like, any kind of connections he had to Goku, like, you know, the whole baby crying bullshit, probably make him more revenge-oriented against Frieza, since Frieza's gonna be in this movie. But I don't actually expect Broly to be anything resembling an interesting character. Yes, this is Toriyama's take on it, but remember, like, whenever Toriyama did his own take on another classic beloved character from the franchise, the little thing called Dragon Ball Minus, where he took Bardock and stripped him of all the things that made Bardock interesting and just made him like a loving dad, and like the only loving dad of the Saiyan race, apparently, because, you know, need to make Goku even more fucking special than he already is. Now Broly is a very different situation because Bardock was already a well-crafted character that Toriyama shit all over. Broly is already rock fucking bottom in terms of being a character, so really any changes to him have to be a positive. Like, unless just, you know, underneath the barrel there is just this cavern that I just was unaware of, and then, like, the barrel breaks, and then that's where Broly's character ends up in this movie, is in this horrible cavern of darkness and despair. Don't see that happening. Toriyama isn't that terrible of a writer. He's never been that terrible of a writer. But I am definitely not going to, like, keep my expectations high on this one. Because it's not like, you know, modern Toriyama isn't above just writing stale-ass, boring characters. I mean, look at Hit and Jiren. Like, they have no personality whatsoever. Jiren is just, I'm a strong dude, and Hit's like, I'm a stoic assassin dude. Okay, what else are their personalities? Fuck if I know, because he hasn't given them personalities. Hit is really goal-oriented in his whole being an assassin thing. And Jiren is, I'm the strongest dude, but I also want to be the strongest dude. Great. So yeah, I don't expect Broly to be an interesting character. I don't think Toriyama's going to do something grand and amazing with him. I just think he's going to be mostly Broly, except with a slightly tweaked backstory to make him fit into this current continuity of Dragon Ball. And that is about it. Since I started this video with a prediction, I'm going to end this video on a prediction. I'm going to go ahead and say what I think this new Dragon Ball movie is going to end up being, and I'm going to hope I am wrong. We know Frieza's in this movie, but we know he's not the main villain. We know Goku and Vegeta are going to be in the movie. It looks like they're going to be fighting on a different planet. It's going to be some sort of iced-over planet. So, I'm thinking they're leaving Earth to go fight Broly. Why are they going to go fight Broly? Because Broly is starting shit with Frieza. And Frieza has gone to Goku and Vegeta for help because I guess they're buddies now. And then Goku and Vegeta are gonna, like, go to wherever the fuck Broly is, and they're gonna have their big Broly showdown because, Broly and Paragus want revenge on Frieza for what happened to Planet Vegeta. And that's kind of where I see that going. I think it would be really stupid. I hope I'm really wrong. Other things that I see happening is a flashback with Bardock, and at some point, Goku and Vegeta are going to fuse into Gogeta and fight Broly, and that's just going to time out and they're not going to be able to beat him, with that at very least. The reason I'm tossing those last two out there is that, oddly enough, Toei has been really pushing this remaster of the Broly movie, as well as the Rebirth of Fusion movie and the Bardock special. So it's just like, okay, you start putting these pieces together, and it's just like, alright, well, we got, a flashback special about Bardock, and we already know this is going to have to deal with, the Saiyan lore and bullshit, and we know Broly is going to be in this movie, so, yeah, they're putting the Broly movie in theaters, and, the Rebirth of Fusion, it's... The only thing about that movie that people remember is well, okay, that's not true. A lot of people remember Jim, but Jim was really fucking cool and a lot of other things. Whatever. What I was going to say is, but the big thing in that movie that could possibly cross over into this current one is Gogeta. Maybe it'll be Vegito, but I'm seeing a fusion in the future, which kind of sucks because I kind of like the idea of Gogeta being Super Saiyan 4 branded and Vegito being Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan branded. I kind of like that separation. But, now they get to sell people Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta DLC and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta action figures and figurines and posters. So it's opening up a whole new market for them. And then they can also still sell the Super Saiyan 4s because why not? Toei loves money. For anyone who is harshly disagreeing with me and, looking at my cynicism going, you're a fucking idiot, you're going to be completely wrong, this movie's going to be a 10 out of 10 awesome fest. Keep in mind that my cynicism has led me to predict a lot of shit in Dragon Ball Super. I said that the Universe 6 arc was going to have 5 characters we know jack shit about that are going to be horribly underdeveloped and lead to absolutely nothing. It was just going to be a tournament. And oh look, it led to absolutely nothing and had 5 underdeveloped characters. Kaba got some development, but not a whole lot. And that's one of the 5, and he wasn't even the main one of the 5. And for anyone who wants to go, oh, well, that's not true because the Universe 6 arc led to the Tournament of Power. And I'm like, oh, great, it led to another tournament where nothing really happened. And I kind of predicted that as well. It's like, okay, yeah, it's going to be, Universe 7 is going to fight a fuck ton of dudes, and then they're going to win, and then it's going to be over, and then they're going to wish back all the other universes. And that's what happened. It did happen in a far more interesting way than I imagined, because I was not expecting Frieza and Goku to team up against Jiren and, take him out of the ring, and 17 got to be the winner, and, I couldn't have predicted things like Ribrianne, which is one of the few things I really liked in Dragon Ball Super that apparently everyone else hates because, God forbid, I ever agree with you people on anything. But when it comes to predicting Dragon Ball, the only thing I've ever been completely 100% just fucking wrong on was the Future Trunks arc. The Future Trunks arc, I thought it was going to be some shitty Xenoverse tie-in, because Xenoverse 2 was just announced. And they did do some tie-in stuff where, they put that Trunks in that game, they put Goku Black in that game, and Rose, and, they did a lot of promotion with that, a lot of DLC, and, Goku Black was made, a DLC character right from the game's launch. But it was very separate. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to rehash stuff from Xenoverse and incorporate that into core Dragon Ball. No, Toriyama came in and, he crafted his own narrative. And, yeah, I definitely couldn't have predicted what the fuck he crafted. I seriously couldn't have predicted that dog shit ending. Man, I'm a pessimist. I could not have predicted, I could not imagine being so negative to imagine that, yeah, Toriyama's just going to have Zeno obliterate Trunks' entire timeline. Fun. So yeah, like, I don't really have high expectations on this, and Toriyama has not really given me reasons to have high expectations on this. In fact, you know, this is one of the few things that's actually entirely Toriyama written. Because when you think about modern Dragon Ball, Toriyama has either altered other people's works, like with Battle of Gods, or he's just kind of written out some half-thought-out notes and farmed that out to Toei's writers as well as Toyotaro to try and make a cogent narrative out of it. In fact, like, the only things that Toriyama has fully written that were his ideas from the ground up, we have Dragon Ball Minus and Resurrection F. That's it. And a lot of people really hate Resurrection F. I find it inoffensive and kind of boring, but, you know, whatever. A lot of people really hate that one, think it's flaming garbage, and, you know. And then Dragon Ball Minus, which is possibly the most hated piece of Dragon Ball fiction. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to have any high expectations going into this, at least from a writing standpoint. I don't care that Toriyama's name is on it. And it's not even like my expectations are low because Broly. It's low because modern Dragon Ball. And the fact that, just like I said at the beginning, this is Dragon Ball written by committee, not by an artist anymore. And I just want to close this video on saying, I'm sorry, Majin Buu arc. Like, I talked a lot of shit about you, but you're original, you're creative. You didn't give a fuck what the hell the fans wanted. You just did what the hell you wanted. You weren't trying to pander to a fucking person. And that was pretty awesome. You know, like, I may not like the entirety of you, but man, Majin Buu arc, like, I have a whole new respect for you. Till next time, Zeon, out.